Cheers.
Cheers.
We're back. So this happened. I'm Jen.
I'm Rachel.
And wow, do we have a lot to cover today. But first we have to say, this podcast is sponsored by our lovely friends at VU Events. They are magic makers. They are idea factories, and we love everything that they do. Yes. So cheers to Giovanna and her team. Our next episode is going to be recorded at Riverfest live on the main stage Sunday at 11 a.m. So come out and see us. All you need is a Riverfest button to get in. That's going to be a magical time. I'm really excited about that.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be neat. Everyone's going to hear our voices just forced upon them through all of the speakers around Riverfest. It'll be lovely. Welcome to So This Happened at Riverfest.
That's right. Rumor has it we might have a DJ hype with,
Lovely VU Events.
Lovely VU Events, DJ Panda. We love you, Tony. Thank you for the offer. This is going to be amazing.
Yes.
And okay, so we have a lot to cover tonight. So it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're going to dive into some mental health topics tonight. We have some trends to cover on our trend decoder section. I will not give any clues to what they mean yet.
Let's have it.
And then our song for our Hits Different segment tonight is Clean from Taylor Swift's 1989 album. But first, don't forget, if you want any of our Spiffy merch, you can get that.
Spiffy indeed, Jen. Spiffy
indeed.
So
Spiffy, yeah. I don't know why I said that word. I hardly ever...
Oh, I like it.
Do I ever use that word?
I've heard it before, Jen. I feel like I'm sounding like a sportscaster.
Spiffy. Spiffy. Get our amazing, ultra stylish merch at the link that I'm going to post in the show notes.
Yes.
And then, of course, don't forget to subscribe and review us on YouTube, Spotify, all of the things. Because we love hearing from y'all.
We do. Give us all those stars. Give us all the reviews. Give us all the comments. Give us all the suggestions.
Yes. Give us all the likes. We love those thumbs.
Mm-hmm. We are gearing up for season 2 here soon, folks. So
that's right. We are. Yes. Oh my gosh.
We're going to have time to refresh. We're going to have time to regroup. And we're open to suggestions.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So if you have some fun freaking ideas for us, let us know. Because we are always open to hearing what our community has to say.
Yeah, give us some spiffy ideas, guys.
Yes, please make them spiffy. That would be great. Thanks. So why don't we spend some time catching up? How have you been, Rachel?
I've been quite swell. Quite spiffy, I'd say.
Another word. What has gotten into us tonight? Is it
changing?
Like, what's going on?
It's not quite full yet. I looked at it. It's going to be another week till it's full, but we're getting there.
So we can't blame it on that.
No. But yeah, it was good. It was well. I was out of town for work over the weekend a little bit. It went really well. It was a great event. And then I got to go on a nice nature walk when I got home. Saw some deer. Like, I was 4 feet away from 3 different deer.
Oh, that's fun.
And a lot of great tree coverage over at the Great Plains Nature Center. Go check it out.
Yeah.
I've been there a long time ago, but I must have forgot what it all was about. And
I've never been there.
Maybe I never walked through the whole thing. There's still trails that I think I missed that I need to go through. There's different colored arrows you can follow.
Oh, that's fun.
I didn't follow them. We just were like, this way or that way. And then we were like, oh, there's certain colored arrows for certain paths. So I think
it's okay to follow your own arrows.
Yeah, I think we took a mixture of all the arrows. But it was a lot of fun. I'm planning on going back. I will say, if you're elderly or have knee or whatever issues, wear good shoes first of all, because the paths aren't that even. It's old pavement. But it's still really fun. I honestly kind of like it that way because then it makes it more naturey.
Yeah, okay.
But you'll see a lot of neat things there. They also have a little museum, animal exhibit. I don't know what the hours are of that exactly. I didn't go check it out this time, but I plan to next time or the next one after that, where they have other animals and things in there that they've been helping to get back out into the wild, or that they're keeping because they can't be put back in the wild. And so educational stuff there as well. So that was really fun. And then the next day, yesterday, went out to the lake for a few hours, which was nice. And we got late, but it's all I could do. I just wanted some sun and to float in some water. So.
That's what Memorial Day weekend is for, you know?
So blew up my little floaty, my little one I got like last year, I think at Walmart for like 10 or 15 bucks.
Nice.
Just floated on that, listened to some music, got some sun.
Which lake did you go to?
Winfield Lake.
Very nice.
Yes,
Very
and
nice.
luckily I think everybody was leaving because they had been there throughout Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah.
But since I just got in town, so luckily there were some good spots still left. Like, so we got a nice little spot and with little shady options and like a nice little entry into the rock area. But it was really relaxing. I got back home and I was so pooped. Just because it's my first time being out to the lake this season.
Yay! Well, at least it happened.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to go spend some time in the sun.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got a little bit, but not too much, so that's good. But it was really relaxing and good. And then back to it today. So what about you? You went on a trip.
Yeah. We went to, so Tim and the boys and we took a little jaunt out to St. Louis. So I'd only ever driven through it like as kind of a passing through point. I never spent time there. It was a lot of fun though, learning that there's so much history in that city. Louis. Yeah, so St. Louis was established in 17 1780, 17 no, it was before we were in a country. I think it was 1760 something.
Wow.
And like the architecture out there is incredible. I get a little funny about architecture. I don't think that's something that I talk a whole lot about, but I have a little bit of an obsession.
I love architecture too.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
We need to go to Europe.
Clearly, oh my gosh, I would die. My heart to go to Europe. That would be fucking amazing.
That's good.
Bucket list. Oh, can you imagine?
That would be so fun.
That would be so much fun. But like so it was really cool to get to see a lot of the architecture. It was fun when the boys went up into the arch with Tim. I'd already done the arch before. I'm also not a person that really loves heights. So I'd already done it. I did it when I was I think I was a junior in high school, and so I was like, I've already done that, been there, done that, did not buy the t-shirt, saw the views, felt it sway, I'm good.
I bought a puzzle from there once when I went with my dad. It had like a thunderstorm in the background. It was really cool.
Yeah. Can you imagine being up there in a storm?
Sounds like a bad idea. It's a metal arch.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
It's a metal arch.
See, this is why I didn't go back up there, is because I could feel it moving. The boys didn't feel it moving when they were up there with Tim. They did buy me an ornament, but what I did when they were up in the arch is I got myself a little Starbucks drink from the hotel, because our hotel was right across the street from the national park where the arch is. So literally walk across the street to the arch. So they were up in the arch. I got my little Starbucks, and I took my book. Right now I'm reading The Hotel Nantucket, and I'm freaking loving it.
I was about to ask you. I remember you mentioning that you got that one. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm just freaking loving it. And I read a few chapters of The Hotel Nantucket and sipped my little it was like the butterfly drink that they have right now with coconut milk, and it was delicious.
Yummy.
So sipped on that. It has like little boba at the bottom.
Okay.
And I usually don't go for boba,
I didn't think you did.
No, I didn't realize that it had that, and so that was a fun little surprise.
You like suck that up through your straw.
Oh, that just crunched in my mouth.
If they give you a thick straw, watch out.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, because then sure enough, I look at the bottom and where it's the orange color, because it was like rainbowy color. It was beautiful. It's a really pretty drink. I was like, I have to have that in my life.
But you still
I'd already had coffee that morning. So
yeah, no more coffee.
No, I'd had a lot. We had breakfast at this adorable coffee shop cafe place called Noteworthy. Cute. So it was all about music, and they had like repurposed piano parts everywhere, and they even had like a live piano player in the cafe playing. But we sat outside, which they had like repurposed the whole entire like yard area into this really pretty garden.
Oh, cute.
That also had repurposed piano pieces in it, like parts of actual pianos.
I like that they like spread it throughout.
It was really cool, and the coffee was great. The breakfast was delicious. It was nice to sit outside in nature. So I spent a lot of my day Sunday outside, because I got to read my book outside.
That's
I got to eat breakfast outside. We went to the City Museum, which was absolutely insane. That place is crazy.
Yes.
Watch my social. I'm going to be posting all about it. But it was really cool because they did have a little special section that was all about architecture.
Oh, cool.
And so I got to kind of go through and learn and see up close some of the pieces that I'd been like ogling over that very morning before.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And so it was a really nice trip.
I've been to that museum before. I got there, I think it was like an hour before, or maybe an hour and a half before close, though.
Oh, wow.
And when I got there was like 2 or 3 different like school trips. You could tell they're all wearing the same t-shirt, and they had like one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, how do you not lose children in here?
They suggest you write your phone number on their wrist.
Yeah. I mean, write it on mine.
Yeah.
I went through there, and we kind of tried to hit everything that I could, but like, and it's like kind of built for kids and athletic ones at that.
Oh, for sure.
But I still, best believe you, I jumped on those ropes and swung through those things. And there's like different tunnels to like crawl through. Like
Nathan did that, and he thought it was hilarious.
I did too, but I get a little claustrophobic. Yeah. But so I had to go quickly, and I had to make sure no one was in front of me or ahead of me.
Yeah.
And so like I went head first down this one, and I didn't expect it to have this crazy wind, and it was like I was they're rebar or something. Like they like made those like iron bars like into a tunnel essentially. Yeah. And so I went through a bunch of those and stuff, and I didn't realize it like. It made me feel larger than I think I am. But I was like, they need to put like an age limit or like a size limit on above these tunnels before you start going through them, because I swear this one got smaller.
No, this is hilarious. Like, Nathan said the same thing.
He did?
He said the exact same thing. He's like, I think I was too big to be going through that.
No, apparently not. I got through it, and I think I'm thicker than he is. I'm shorter, but I'm thicker.
Yeah, he was pretty convinced that like younger children. We came to the conclusion that maybe it was more for like children 8 through 12 or something, because Nathan's basically 17.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still a rush and I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah,
but
he did too.
Also, I was like, I think they just need to let people know, like, hey, this is like how they have warnings above like bridges for trucks, like like hey,
10 feet.
like 10 feet. Like that's what they should be putting up there.
It's so true.
But I didn't get through all of it, but it was a really cool museum. I wish I could have taken more time to stop and like look through all of the different art pieces they have there. Because even with all that interactive stuff for the kids, they still have like art stuff on the side. And and it's pretty cheap to get in. I thought it was like $20.
It was 20. So when we went, it was $29, but we got the rooftop and the pinball add-on, which was another $8. So it was like $34, $30-some a ticket.
I think you could easily spend a whole day there if you really took time to.
Yeah, we were only there for like 2.5 hours, and we were all like, okay, we get it. It's great. Tim and I, like, we drank they have the City Museum Pilsner, which is a collab with Four Hands Brewing. So like there's several bars throughout this place too, which is cool because literally something for everyone.
Yeah.
And
they have restaurants too, or like a cafeteria,
the little cafe, a little bar, a little a little ice cream place, popcorn place, like all throughout. There's something for everyone. Yeah. Literally.
It's kind of like going to the zoo.
Saw like some giant underpants, like underneath a disco ball.
See, I missed that.
Wild.
I would definitely
go back. This place is crazy.
I would definitely go back, but I do think that having kids to go with you makes it.
Yeah, I think the boys definitely had fun, but again, we were only there 2.5 hours, and they're like, we get it. But they'd been there before, which I didn't realize. They'd been there on a mission trip before, on their way to Chicago. So, which was only like, I think it was only a couple years ago.
They have an area too with like plants and fish, don't they?
Yeah, they have an aquarium, axolotls.
Yeah, and it's like a you can go through tunnels. Mm-hmm. So it makes it more of like a cave experience. Yeah. So that's a really cool museum.
It's so cool. Yeah, we had a lot of fun there. And then the boys, of course, being teenagers, after that, they were done. They wanted to go back to the hotel. And so Tim and I dropped them at a hotel, and Tim and I, we went to a brewery. We went to Four Hands, which is the brewery that was collabing with City Museum on the Pilsner that we were drinking. We're like, why don't we go to the brewery? And it was awesome. Very good beer. We had some great beer while we were in St. Louis. It was a lot of fun. It was a great trip.
I'm glad you had a good trip.
Yeah, I am too. It was nice to get out and see something new. For sure. Yeah. I think we'll definitely be going back to St. Louis. We all absolutely enjoyed it.
Good. I'm sure there's more to see.
Oh, there's so much more to see. I don't think we even scratched a fraction of the surface. But moving on now, because I need to blow your mind and quiz your soul.
I'm up. Oh boy.
Okay, so it's time for Trend Decoder. This is when I present the name of a trend to Rachel, and Rachel very blindly, because she most likely doesn't know what the trend means, she tries to guess what it is.
Yeah, here we go.
And what it's all about. So, the first trend number 1, is called Yes, But.
Oh gosh, is this like last week's was the no? It was just the no.
Yeah, this
trend.
one is not. It is yes, but.
Yes, but.
1 T.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know I ask about spelling often with these. Yes, but okay. Man. Oh.
Did you love trend names?
Sometimes I just get blanked out by them because the trend name isn't like what the wording on the trend is.
Ever.
So,
No, well.
But kind of could be. Yes, but. So it kind of reminds me of the no one or whatever, because you were like, yes, I can have wine, but no, it's okay because my name's Jen. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. Yes, but.
Yeah, that one was funny. It was like, my husband keeps saying, stop drinking so much wine, but it's okay because my name is Jen.
Yeah, so this is like the opposite of that. So I feel like, oh no. I don't have many thoughts yet. Hang on, I gotta get cooking. Yes, but. So, like, okay. Someone. Oh, gosh, this could go different ways. I know I always use this example.
I love this.
But, like, if you're telling somebody about something that's, like, not a great situation. So, like, if you're over here, like, hey, Rachel, I met this new guy that I think would be great for you. He does have a tarantula as a pet, but he has a really good job and he's nice. And I'd be like, no, that's not it.
The tarantula still cases everything.
I know.
Guys, she's giving you the answers.
Or you'd be like, okay, maybe that's not it.
No.
Yes, but. So I'm thinking it's something to add on to things. So, like, hey, do you want to go to the lake? And I'd be like, yes, but we need to buy this flamingo floaty.
I do like that.
Or there's one, like, or something along the same lines would be like, do you want to have a wine night? I'd be like, yes, but we need to have charcuterie too. Or, like, where we need snacks. I feel like I'm not nailing it.
You're not.
Oh, no. Can I get a hint? Or
it's kind of the opposite of what you're saying.
Okay.
So where you're saying it, okay. I don't know. I don't know.
Give it away.
Not necessarily the opposite, but I feel like it's kind of more of a backwards thought from what you're saying.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay. So it's yes, but no. I feel like what it should be. I feel like it should be yes, but no. So, like,
okay.
Maybe it's something when,
I feel like that's a little warmer.
I feel like this is something where it's like, hey, do you want to go do this fun thing? And you're like, yes, I absolutely do, but no, my cat's on my lap. I'm not going. You know, I feel like it's sort of an anxiety-ridden thing where it's like, I really want to go, but like, no, I can't.
Oh my God, you're getting so much closer.
Like, I can't because I don't want to, kind of a thing. Or like, hey, do you want to go dance on the stage for this event? Yes, I'd love to, but no, that's not me. I'm not going to do that. I don't know.
Okay, you were so close with that.
I'm done.
You were so close with that.
That's the best I got.
It's like, yes, yes, we get to go be on main stage at Riverfest, but what you don't see is like the nerves and the logistics and the chaotic behind the scenes of what actually goes into that.
Okay.
So, yes, I do, but also what you don't see is this stuff.
I get what you're saying, and that's a lot of what what you do for work and what I do for work is too. So like, yeah. Oh, yes, I'm going to have a cookout outside of a retail location, But it sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, but
what you don't see is the cart full of like hot dog buns and meat and condiments.
What you don't see is
in 90-degree weather.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was kind of close. Do I get half a point for that?
Yeah, definitely half a point for that.
Okay. That, because I was getting closer with the anxiety thing, like, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how I feel. That's kind of how I feel when anyone asks me to do something that does sound like a lot of fun, especially if I don't know my schedule set for sure. I just go, yes, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and see, like for me, it's like, so something that I've always heard over the years from people is, we see you on social all the time. You're absolutely everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, but you should see the state of my house. It's complete pit all the time. My house is never clean. And if it ever looks like it's clean in a reel, it's because I cleaned up that one little section that you get to see in the reel.
Or just like you get to, you know, you're like, or also a lot of people think that we're just at these places every single day. But
yeah, no,
baby, that's called content gathering.
Yes.
And utilization.
Takes a lot of planning.
It's like, we take it now, we send it out. Like, I know my dad, he's like, you're out drinking all the time. I was like, Dad, those are old. We did that.
Like, we did that a week ago.
Yeah.
Like, today, we posted coffee breaks today, but we did that over lunch on Friday.
Yeah.
You know, like...
And that's the beauty of it. That's magic, that's planning, and you have to do it. It doesn't make it any less real. It just makes it an actual reel.
Exactly.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I did. Good job. Cheers to that.
Tink.
Good work on that. We still have a whole nother trend to talk about. I think this one is going to be a wonderful conversation.
Oh, gosh.
This one is called, trend number 2 is called Brainwash You.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no. Why are you
You know I picked the ones with the best names.
Brainwash you. Oh, no. Drink the Kool-Aid, damn it. Brainwash you. Okay. This is a trend?
Yeah.
People post...
That's the title of the trend.
Okay,
Yeah.
people post videos to this? Oh, God. No. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
It's like... Okay, so... To brainwash someone, you have to repeat something, usually. Not necessarily, or you just have to put them in a trance. So how do you put people in a trance? I'm thinking, is it someone doing something over and over again? Habit related?
I think you're leaning in the correct direction. Yeah. Now, also, do you need another hint? Or do you want to keep going without a hint for a minute?
Just give me a minute. Maybe I'll go somewhere in my brain.
She's cooking.
Let me cook. I don't know where that came from, but I feel like it makes sense. Okay, so...
Repeated habit.
It could be like someone doing the same thing every day and them just like playing them doing their thing every day in the video over and over and over again, just wearing different outfits and being...
Where does brainwash you come in?
Are they just dumping water on their heads? No. I don't know.
No.
Brainwash you would be like if the person like watches it every single day, then they might start doing it.
Okay, you're so fucking close.
But, so like, you know, kind of like, I'm thinking of like in The Office when Jim hands a mint to Dwight every time like his computer turns on or something, like conditioning him. Like, I feel like it's a form of that, but I'm not sure what the content would be behind that.
Okay.
So I'm close. Do I need a hint, or is that like close enough to get a point?
No, you're definitely close enough to get a point.
Okay.
Yeah, you were on the fucking brink of it.
Okay.
You were so close. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my god, I'm doing good.
So, you know how creators always have a niche.
Yeah.
So my niche personally is Jen Cole is like, it's usually either travel or it's very Wichita stuff. Mm-hmm. So what I would do if I did this trend, and apparently I guess I probably will now because I'm saying this,
we have to,
is stick around here long enough and I'll brainwash you into loving Wichita.
Okay, that makes sense.
Stick around here long enough and we'll brainwash you into loving our podcast.
So yes, it's basically habits, it's exposure. Okay,
exactly.
That's what my brain was also thinking was exposure.
I would almost give you a point and a half because you were like right there.
My marketing brain was on.
Yes,
when you you
Bam! I love that so much.
when you
Two
said,
marketing girls here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you said brainwashing, I was like, well, yeah, it's conditioning.
That's
it's
right.
marketing, it's
Oh my God, you were
exposure.
so. Oh, I love this. You were like so on it. You had it. You had it. You had
I'm
it. You had
nailing it. Wow. Okay, that was fun.
It's so fun
Was that
because
too easy? No.
No.
So I got 2 out of 2.5.
So out of 4, you
Got 2.5.
Yes.
Is there another one?
Wait, are they 1 or 2 points each?
I don't know,
I
Jen.
think they're 2 points each. So you got 0.5 for the first one, and you got 1.5. So you got 3 out of 4. 2 out of 4?
2 out of 4.
I feel like you did great.
Thank
I'm
you.
a marketer. I don't have to do math.
That's a 50%.
Remember, I cried during math homework. You guys saw it on social.
That's a 50%. That's a fail in my book, but it's okay.
No, you did great.
I'm
it's
going
better
blind.
than 0.5 out of 4.
That's fair.
You did great.
Thank you. Thank you. You're being very generous with your points system. If only I had you as a math teacher.
Be good for your mental health. Which, by the way, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And so we, today, are going to be diving into a conversation about mental health. We talk a lot on this podcast about milestone moments, big moments. But, like, I feel like maybe we should dive into what does mental health actually look like for us day to day.
Yeah,
so what kind of the real version? Like, you guys get a lot of our giggly, ha ha ha, hee hee. We love Wichita.
You do that and it still makes me laugh.
I know. I feel like sometimes we gotta dive in and get real because that's what you guys are here for. You're here to get to know us better.
Yeah.
So here's a little treat before we go crazy on the main stage at Riverfest. So what does mental health look like to you day to day right now?
Personally, for me right now, I mean, it's always kind of just keeping myself in check, I guess, and kind of checking in with myself, making sure I know we've talked a little about kind of how we manage our thoughts and feelings, and that's all incorporated with it, but everyone's always stressed out. Like, everyone's always stressed out about something or someone or something coming up. I think that keeping my plan, like we've talked about, like, keeping my plan in order and, like, my priorities in the right spot as far as what I need to focus on right now, whether it's, like, things coming up that are stressing me out or things that I don't know how to deal with that I can put on the back burner that I should put on the back burner and when to actually address them. So just like organizing those thoughts is the best thing to do. But that being said, that becomes really difficult to do sometimes.
It really
especially
does.
Depending on what hits you in the face when you don't expect it.
It's true. Oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah, or just like a mood that hits you or in the face like when you don't expect it, or when you're extra tired and you can't deal with it as well.
Yeah.
So for me, like self-care is just huge. It's just huge. Like making sure I do the basic things and keep my routine as stable as possible as far as like the little things, brushing my teeth, showering, making sure, like, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, like, I'll set aside an evening to take a bath and do a face mask and listen to music or a nice chill podcast or put on my favorite show and light a candle. Those little things really do go a long way as long as you make sure to tell yourself that it's a treat. And another huge thing that I'm very fortunate of is I have a lot of really good friends. So, like, I can always text you.
Yeah.
And honestly, even just, like, 1 or 2 texts back and forth makes me feel better.
Yeah.
You know?
That's wild how that works.
Or just, like, a quick phone call. And then even better, like, if you have the time and ability to get together with somebody.
Yeah.
Because, like, if there's something really big that happens, like, yes, you do need to feel that sort of thing, whatever it may be, whether it's like a relationship thing or a life thing or a work thing or a family thing, letting yourself feel it to an extent, but also managing not spiraling.
Not spiraling.
I'm a known spiraler. That
Same.
is probably
is
probably one of the worst parts of the human condition is spiraling. So what helps me not do that is talking to a friend be like, hey, talking to a friend, or for me, luckily, I'm very fortunate to live with my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So like when I've had like days where I'm like bummy or something, and I'm just like in the living room watching TV, but I'm like, I don't know where I'm at, but I've got a lot of thoughts and feelings inside of me or whatever, and she comes up to get food or whatever, I'll be like, hey Kayla, what are you doing? You want to hang out? You want to watch TV? Can we hang out? Will you sit with me? You want me to watch you play Sims? Like,
Sims.
I'll do any, like those little things. So I'm very fortunate in that regard to have very good friends and live with a very good friend and family member.
Yeah.
To have that support, I think that's really important. But I think some people might be journaling. Some people it might be also, therapy is a great tool as well.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you are really open to it and resourceful. I could go on this for days, but for me, it's mostly right now where I'm at. I feel pretty good, but I do get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff with our, our podcast. We've got a lot of stuff with our work. We've got a lot of stuff with changes just in general with our families. And even though it's good, positive stuff, it's still stressful.
Yeah.
And it kind of also makes you view things in kind of a reflective way. It's like being in a fun house and there's all these mirrors and you see a bunch of different perspectives of yourself and you're like, which way do I go? Do you know what I mean?
Which one's the real one?
Which way do I go?
Yeah.
Which one do I shoot? You know those movies
real.
where they are fight. That's kind of how it is, and you don't want to just blow up every mirror.
Yeah, no.
But you got to know which one to focus on when, and which part of yourself and your thought needs most attention. And I feel like I've been pretty good about that. I think my friends and my self-care are probably the top two things that get me through any kind of low spot.
Yeah. I know it's funny, you are so good about that, where I'm one of those people that just tends to I just hold stuff inside and I hold it inside and I hold it inside and then eventually one day it just, ow! And then everyone's like, oh my God, where the hell did that even come from? How long has she been feeling this way? And it's funny. I did it at work again the other day. I hate when this happens. It's embarrassing when it happens.
No, what happened?
But I sometimes I wish that I wouldn't let myself get to a dang boiling point. But I have this content idea and I start just, I thought that we had talked about the content idea within the team, and I thought everyone was cool with the content idea. And I don't think that maybe I didn't do a good enough job of communicating the content idea. I thought I did, and I get feedback and rejection of my social post idea from work, and I'm like, wait, what? I thought that we talked about this.
Yeah.
And then but then the next thing you know, I'm in the team, the team's social media, Microsoft Teams chat for the social media team.
Yes.
Explaining explaining why I feel like we really need to be doing this.
Yes, good for you.
Thank you. Where
I'm
normally
glad you did that.
I'm really glad I did it too, except for the fact that nobody reacted or responded to it. And so I feel like it came out as Jen just unleashed again.
No.
Where's this even coming from?
No, that's your job. I disagree. I get why you feel that way.
So I just, I'm really, really good at getting in my head.
Yep, me too.
And this is why, I have to talk to you about things like this. I need to talk to Tim about things like this. I know I should definitely talk to my work team about this, but the problem is...
They don't react or respond.
They do. I feel like I need to work on trusting them a little bit more. Maybe, I think it's more of a me problem than it is. Because I love my coworkers.
Yeah, you've said that many times.
Yeah. I love the team that I work with. I feel like sometimes I just get a little too inside my head for a really long time, and then I let myself outside my head, and it comes out overbearing.
Do you think that they just... I maybe they just are, like, that's not their focus in their role.
No, and so I'm sitting here siloing myself.
So they're not not that they're not understanding, but they maybe aren't reacting because it's not their expertise.
And they're probably like, what the hell just happened?
They're probably like, that sounds good, but I don't know what it means.
Maybe.
I don't know exactly what it was, but I feel, no, even the smallest things, like after my work event this last weekend, you know, my boss reached out to me the day after, or later the evening, same evening of the event, was like, hey, you know, how did it work? And I was like, I'm very pleased, you know. I was like, we got this many things, went well, told him, like, the weather was great, went through the whole spiel, and then, like, an hour went by, and I was like, he didn't respond.
Yeah, I know!
He didn't respond.
So scary.
He didn't respond, and then an hour and a half went by, or like 2 hours went by, and he hearted the message, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, you don't hate me.
Like, I was over here texting, like, a second message, like, trying to hype myself up and be like, it was totally worth it. Like, no, it's just, you get in your head.
Yeah.
And people they don't know exactly what went into it. Like you said, yes, but.
Yes, but.
Yes, but.
Yes.
And so,
yes, you see this pretty thing, but you don't understand all the overthinking and craziness that went into actually producing that.
So I think that kind of goes hand in hand with that sort of situation in those environments. But, how about, like, outside of work and stuff? How do you feel?
So I feel like we've had a lot. Like, May was a crazy month. And I found myself incredibly overwhelmed, especially the week of graduation. Yep. I know that it was supposed to be incredible and memorable and wonderful, but
and it was.
And it really was. It was. But so much emotion, and so you mix emotion and logistics, and being the one that's in charge of the logistics with also being the one that's like most emotional about everything.
Absolutely.
Mix all that wonderfulness up into
kind of goes into every
cocktail.
aspect of life, like emotion and logistics. That's what you have to plan your life.
I know, because the passion is like what makes it, but at the same time, holy hell. I felt that week like I'd been run over by a bus.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
And I honestly, like, I thought that this weekend, the trip to St. Louis was going to be such a recharge.
Yeah.
And, like, have me kind of feeling re-energized and back to normal today at work. But honestly, no, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I think I need another couple days.
Yeah. Well, I guess to show, again, another good point, like, or two good points. One, like, even if it's positive stuff that's happening, it's still stress.
It's still stress. It's a mental load.
Yeah, positive, fun things are still mentally stressful. So there can be something that's positive and kind of, like, negative and stressful that, like, it intermixes. So it's a very dynamic experience to be a human.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yes. And then point number two, you have to make sure that you set time aside for, like, trips and things to look forward to. Yeah. Because that's what got you through a lot of that. Yeah. And I know that's what gets me through. There was that,
and I took a day. I did take that day off, that Friday off, but I still had stuff I had to do.
You had so much to do.
I was still, like, I still did the interview for the Broadway Wichita folks, and I still met up with Hannah and Shane and got a beer that afternoon, and, like, there were still things.
So many things that needed to be done that were able to be done.
Host.
Yes, and so taking a day for yourself, for your own self, like, or making sure you set aside at least time for yourself. That's also another thing. Like, even for me, even if it's just like those 2 hours where I'm like, I'm going to take my time showering, I'm going to take my time doing a face mask, I'm going to put on a movie, and I'm going to put away laundry. Like, even that, like, is like, it can be, as long as you frame it appropriately. For me, that's part of my self-healing and kind of self-care that helps me deal with my, like, mental prep and help me feel like I'm grounded. I feel like you just have to find your best way to be grounded.
For me, it's a lot of lists. Like, I have to make sure that I have everything written down on a list. I have a list at work. And that list is ever changing. Every single week, I, like, take the things that I didn't complete the
Oh,
week
every
before.
day I do that.
And then add them to another
Yes.
list. And then the same thing at home, like, or for, like, the graduation party. I had a list in my notes. Like, I keep everything written down somewhere.
And you have to allow that to not stress you out too much. You have to give the leeway. And so what I do with those lists is I also, like, I'll star or exclamation point the things that need done that day. Oh, that's
smart. I like that.
And I'll question mark the things that I can ask about later. Or I'll, like, you know, and then that way I know when I'm going through my list, like, okay, I got all my exclamation points done, or, like, you know, and then I can be like, okay, I'm doing pretty good for the day, and then when I get them done, I rewrite it the next day, like, I have to, because I like a clean list.
Yes, so do I. Checked off one would be nice.
Also with sticky notes, like, it's crazy. But
you should see her planner. Yeah, a lot of sticky notes.
Gosh.
I aspire to that. I keep all of my stuff in a Google Calendar. So, like, it's the same thing, but it's electronic.
I've been trying to get better about my Google Calendar on my phone. But so we're getting more into planning or whatever. But honestly, all of this planning and just making sure that I know what the heck I have to do with myself and what I expect from myself each day does help a lot with my mental health. Yeah. Is if I know what to prepare myself for mentally, it really helps me stay focused, and it helps me stay grounded, because otherwise I wouldn't know what the hell's going on.
It's true. Like, I feel like if things are, oh my gosh, so we have a lot of logistics right now for our appearance on Sunday on the main stage at Riverfest. And Rachel and I were chit-chatting before we started recording, because, you know, we have things that we want to talk through, things that we want to make sure that are on the table, physical table, you know, on stage, at the main stage at Riverfest, where tens of thousands of people come to this thing. So we want to make sure that we're ready. And so we're sitting there, like, going through the list and texting Maria and Eddie, our contacts at Riverfest. Will we have a table and chairs? Well, like, how does audio work? Are we interviewing anyone? We don't know yet. And is it cool that Tony's on stage with us being our hype guy? Which, by the way, we found out, yes, it is. So, yay! I still need to let Tony know. There's so many things. There's a lot of logistics, but even
and all the little details.
It gets overwhelming.
It can,
But it's exciting at the same time.
Exactly. So, and also, again, a great reason to have, like, a good coworker, a good partner that you can trust to talk about these things with. Because it helps bring back the things that you were talking about them with, like, before. We do that with each other so many times. Yes. And then, like, and that's a great thing, too. Like, that helps unload and de-stress and be like, hey, I know that, like, and I know a lot of people aren't as fortunate to have as close a relationship as we do. Like, in their lives, and I would say, you know, for those people, like, I think it's very important for you to gather that with yourself and be able to maintain your own pattern of being able to do that with yourself, and then hopefully, you know, being able to find a person that does allow you to riff with them that way. And you know, I think that it's very valuable to have both abilities. But that's kind of how I am right now. You know, we've both been going through a lot of changes. I think everyone has. May is a very transformative month for everybody.
I swear it is.
It's like beautiful and crazy at the same time. So everyone buckle up, though, because I'm sure the summer is going to come with even more. But we just wanted to have a little nod to Mental Health Awareness Month and let you know we're not perfect either. We're
absolutely never.
We're always just trying hard every day.
Yes, but.
Yes, but.
Yes,
you're having a skirt today. Yes, but I tried on 6 different ones.
Right? You should see the pile of clothes that I tried on earlier today, because this room is a pit.
Exactly.
Now I have to hang it all back up. That's the yes, but. Exactly.
Yes, I get it now.
Yes.
But.
Yes. So now, I love that we had that great conversation.
Yeah, that was good.
I feel like now it's time to dive a little deeper. So we're going to go into today's Hits Different segment. Tonight's song is Clean from Taylor Swift's 1989 album.
All right.
So was tonight the first night that you ever listened to Clean?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about what you got out of the song.
Okay, well, my God, it's a good song.
Yes, it is.
It made me in my feels.
Yes, it will do that.
What the hell? No, it was good. I really liked it. I feel like the Clean is a great like title for that song because you know, as we were talking about mental health and stuff, she mentions like how the drought was the worst.
Yeah.
And she talks about being clean for however long, and like 10 months or something like that. And
yeah, 10 months
it makes me think, I don't think she was actually talking about alcohol or substances or anything. I think she was talking about like love or connection of some sort. And I think that's really beautiful because it also brings me to the point with like when you are upset or feeling some sort of way, you actually have to let yourself feel that. And I really liked how she talked about being in her room and feeling like she was suffocating or something like that. And so she punched a hole in the ceiling.
On the roof, yeah.
And she let the rain pour in. I love the rain.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, when it rains, like, I do feel so, like, it's, like, so cleansing and cozy and, like, sad. And, like, I don't know if you guys have ever felt this way, but I feel like I swear sometimes, like, the weather, like, knows how I'm feeling or something. But it's, like, so refreshing. And so I think that it is really important for you to take that time to let yourself be cleansed and really sink into it and think about how you're feeling and allow yourself to process that and clean it out, just kind of how you would with a detox of any sort.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I liked that analogy or whatever metaphor that she used with that. I really did like it. I thought that that was really good, and it kind of just was that through the whole song. That was probably my favorite, like, note of it was when she, like, let the rain pour in or whatever. Yeah. She was drowning, but then she could finally breathe. Yeah. Because you do have to drown in it sometimes, but you can't let yourself spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, write a song like Taylor did and get over it.
Let out those feelings. Let out those feelings. Sit in it for a minute and,
But no, I did really like it. Like, it was kind of a sadder song, but it also was like, the way she does it with making it sad but uplifting was really, really beautiful.
There was hope on the other side.
Yes, and I like that. I think that's very important. And that's how I feel. You know, they always say, like, the storm will pass.
Yeah.
And so you just have to keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. But that's how I felt about it. I mean, it could take me back through any, like, as far as, like, things or feelings I thought. Like, I felt like that a lot in my life with different things. Yeah. One in particular, you know, what you could think that whether you lost someone to them dying or whether it was like a relationship, whether it be a lover or a friend or a family member or a job even. I felt that in many different moments of my life, and I just had to wash in it and keep swimming. So I liked that a lot. I thought that was nice.
Yeah,
what about you?
It's a complicated song. So normally I know the lore behind these songs. This song came out back before I realized I was an actual real Swiftie. I remember when this album came out because my coworkers and I were talking about it at work. Oh, Taylor Swift has a new album. And, it's the one that Shake It Off is on and everything. And it was her rebrand from country to pop. But it was also released at a time when I was going through a very, very troubling time in my past marriage where this song really kind of, it was a time when I was going through separation. Like, we were separating. I moved out to a new apartment and by myself and was trying to accept the fact that I was going to get a divorce.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. This happened years before the actual divorce. Yeah. Probably I think it was like 4 years before my actual divorce this happened. But I was grappling with, I knew that I was in a very toxic marriage. but it was also my normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a comfort to it. So I had to get
That's
through the hard part of knowing that relationship was going to be gone, knowing that those comforts were going to be gone, trying to do things on my own, knowing that my marriage had failed. Like, there was a whole lot of things that I was just really going through with that.
Yeah.
And then trying to talk myself into, okay, but things are going to be so much greater on the side. Other side, you just have to go through this suffering.
Yeah. You just
and
didn't
let it
punch
burst.
a big enough hole in the ceiling.
I did not punch the big enough hole in that ceiling that time. However, this comes full circle because, like, a few years later I did.
Yes.
And I do have to say it is much better on the other side, as we all, like, as anyone that's in my circle knows. I will say time and time again.
And I will say, I think that's a big, strong move. Even if it's in baby steps, it's better to step forward a little bit than not at all if you know that something needs to change. So that's amazing. You know, hey, you know, you wouldn't have been able to make such a big hole the second time if you didn't try the first time. So,
well, that was actually my second try.
Oh, shit.
Third time was a charm. Yeah.
You know, I think I could say the same for one of my past relationships as well.
Yeah, no, you and I knew each other during this time.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Jinx. Yep.
You didn't know the song, but you knew. Yeah, you and I knew each other.
I love that you have timestamps for these songs that I'm assigned, but I don't have timestamps for them for when they came out when I first heard them, because it's like usually the day of or a couple days prior. But it still brings me back to like a similar moment sometimes, or still like a very relatable thing.
Yeah.
Because the relationships I was going through in the same time that you were going through that is the one that really like made me feel like, so. Yeah,
it's hard to, like, you have to get through you have to go through that terrible, awful, rip the Band-Aid off like thing to get to the other side where the rain comes falling down and the pressure's all gone and you can finally breathe.
What helped you through those times? Like, the first, second, and the third?
The first time I had a couple of friends that were trying to help me through that. The second time I had coworkers that were helping me, like, find lawyers, and I actually lived across the courtyard from a coworker that second time, so that was really supportive, and it felt more like an actual real separation. The third time, I did a full-on retreat in Denver with a friend, like I think
we've mentioned this.
It was
before,
a girls' trip. And I had already filed for divorce, but this was
Watch out, troubled marriages on a girls' trip.
Girls' trip, watch out. No, it was a girls' trip that did it in. Like, I had already filed for divorce. I just hadn't moved out of the house yet, but he had moved into the apartment in Andover. Yeah. But it was the girls that were like, no, you need to actually go ahead and go through this. And then it was my attorney that was saying, no, you need to go ahead and actually leave the house with him and move out of the house and start brand new. Yeah. And that got me out of the house, and that made me have the strength to actually file for divorce. Yeah. And then I went and, like, laid in the fetal position at Julie's house for an entire evening while he was getting served. And then I was fine because it was over and it was real.
Yes. I was there too for part of that.
Yes, you were. You helped me pack up the house. You helped me pack up the getaway car. Yes. You and Julie and Hard Time.
Getaway car. Isn't that another Taylor Swift song? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's still, like, really normal. Like, everyone takes steps to get wherever they need to go, and however those go in whatever situation, I think that's very valuable. Yeah. Still.
It really is. But you gotta have that support system.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I envy those people that can just rip off a Band-Aid like that right away. Now that I have been through situations where I have, like, baby stepped it, I'm never going to baby step it again. Yeah. If that happens, I'm just gonna be like, sorry. I mean, I say that now, but we'll see. You guys will find out.
Well, but we're always here to support.
I'm always just going to go, next. Rip that ticket off. Throw it to the wind.
Yes, waste no time. No. We're going to make the rain fall down so we can breathe. That's what we're going to do.
No, I really liked it because it did make it feel like really wholesome and clean. The whole song and everything. So I enjoyed it. I think that It's really cool how we both have overlapped our experiences, but then sometimes they're so different with these segments.
Oh
I really
my gosh.
like it.
It really, I love it too. This segment
yeah.
has really grown into something really cool. I know it was just kind of like this
know.
funny, cutesy little experiment at first, and now it's like,
I like
look
it.
at us bonding over Taylor Swift.
I know, we're even bonding, and I hope it's helping our listeners bond.
I hope so too.
I hope you guys go and listen to it, like whenever we do this, so that you can see how you feel about it.
Yes.
Because it's different with everything. Even when I was listening to it, I didn't just think about a past relationship. I thought about a past friendship. I thought about like losing somebody I loved, like my dog, Buddy Bear. Love you, Buddy Bear.
Sweet buddy.
Yeah. It's almost reaching that date, I think. I don't even know how many years it's been without him, but it's like, it feels like not that long.
Yeah.
But also so long.
So true.
It's crazy. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, you're my best friend too, Jen. Don't get jealous. But
I don't get jealous.
it's different.
Over friendships.
But yeah, I really love it. I think it's really fun. I'm digging these segments. I can't wait to see what other segments we come up with in our next season. I'm hoping we can come up with something spicy.
Speaking of, if you guys have any suggestions for what would be a fun new segment for season 2, please let us know. We are open to ideas.
Yes, we are definitely open to ideas. And then, if you want to hear anything else, if you want to give us suggestions for your itinerary for Riverfest weekend.
Yes. Oh, we want to know. There's still time. We want to know what your favorites are. So tell us in the comments.
Yes, tell us what your favorite Riverfest things are to do, fun memories, anything. We're open to hearing it. Again, we're going to be there Sunday, 31st
at 11 a.m. on the main stage.
Yes, so come find us. It'll be fun. We'll be probably wandering around afterwards, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. If you're hanging with us, we're hanging with you. So don't you worry.
So that'll be a fun time.
That will be fun. We also have to remind you that this podcast is sponsored by the lovely team at Voo Events. We love you, Giovanna, and your team. You guys are amazing. Idea factory, if I ever saw one. I cannot say it enough.
There's not a better word for it.
No, I don't think there is. Don't forget to find us and subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget that we have our amazing merch out there, our spiffy merch out there.
Our spiffy merch will be linked in the show notes.
That's right. And next episode is Riverfest. So I guess we'll see you on the other side.
Yes, it is a live event on Facebook, so if you want to join it, go ahead. If otherwise, we will be also posting it on Thursday, of course.
Yes, of course we will. Hopefully we'll see you at Riverfest. Come see us, 11 a.m. main stage. Yes. All you need is your Riverfest button to get in. See ya next episode. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.